Hi everyone, it's Laura here and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video I'm going to be talking about how you can exercise from the comfort of your own home during lockdown. The current COVID pandemic has fundamentally altered the way that we live our lives at the moment, and a lot of us have gone from commuting to work or going about our daily lives without really caring too much or anything like that, to suddenly being unemployed sadly, or people being furloughed from their work, or like in my circumstances I'm fortunate enough to be able to work from home, but that has still obviously altered a part of my routine, and it's altered the way that I live my life at the moment. With the restrictions that are in place, especially in the UK, we are only allowed out to exercise once per day. And then the only other time we're allowed out is for things like food and medicines, things like that. Other than that, we're being told to stay inside to obviously reduce the amount of spreading of the virus at the moment. So obviously this is going to disrupt a lot of people's daily lives, their routines, especially runners, for example, and cyclists, things like that, who regularly go out to run, cycle, even people like triathletes who run and cycle and swim all in the same day. They're now being restricted, so I'm going to offer some advice on that. I mentioned in my last video that I used to run streak. I was at 150 days, previously at 300 days, and I had to stop my run streak in order to prioritise being able to walk with my partner outside, with us being restricted to one exercise per day. So I have been doing other exercises in order to sort of make up for the lack of running that I've been doing. So hopefully some of you find this helpful and find some new ideas for ways to work out at home if you're not able to do what you would usually do at the moment. The first is obviously not for everyone. Some people aren't fortunate or have the luxury of owning either a treadmill or a turbo trainer. But if you do, then obviously that is a form that you can use to keep up your cycling and your running. If you're not fortunate, then there are other creative ways of ensuring that you're able to run. Not so much cycle, because I don't think you could do that, and I've not really seen many people do it other than with a turbo trainer. But for running, for example, people have been using their space around their homes and things like that to be able to run. There's been various videos online where people have been running on their balconies to do their run, or particularly around their gardens. I've seen people do like park run distances around their gardens, on top of people that are doing marathons around their gardens. I mean, kudos to them, but that's definitely not for me. I'm not doing that, I'm just not running at the moment. But obviously there is the option to do that. With that said, do make sure that you're safe and that it is safe enough for you to run around your garden and things like that. The last thing that we need is people running around their garden, tripping, falling, needing to go to hospital, and then that takes off the resources for COVID. That's not really what we need at the moment. So if you have a different method of exercise, which I'll be talking about, then please do that instead of things like running around your garden, unless of course it's safe. But that is one option, is that you utilise the space in order to run. Or use a treadmill turbo trainer if you have it available. If you don't, then I'm going to provide different other ways for you to exercise and things that will complement things like running and cycling as well. So yeah, we'll get into those. The first option is home workouts, something that I have been making use of a lot during this time. I know that I did a weekly training diary sort of thing last week, which you would have seen a lot of home workouts in there. I haven't run it all this week. It's mainly been like turbo training and home workouts, so I'm pretty, I wouldn't say experienced, but I've done my research and I know what to look for in terms of that. So you've got the option of weight training or body weight. If you have weights available, things like kettlebells, dumbbells, resistance bands, things like that, then great. If you don't, then you could substitute the weights for things like canned goods, water bottles, things like the big laundry detergent things with handle. You can use that as a kettlebell substitute. Otherwise, bodyweight workouts work just as good, and they can play a crucial role in things like running and cycling to help strengthen your muscles and the connective tissues, which in turn helps reduce any chances of you getting injured. So you could make up your own routines. You can include things like squats, lunges, side lunges, bent over rows, deadlifts, push-ups, things like that, all in your routine. However, if you don't want to make up your own routine, if you can't really think of a structure for that, then there is a boatload of home workouts, bodyweight workouts, weighted workouts, all on YouTube for you to use and utilise, and they're completely free as long as you have a little space. You don't even really need a giant space in order to do home workouts. I do some of my home workouts in the garden. If you don't have a garden or anything like that, then there's plenty of space in like a living room in order to do it as well. You just need to like clear out a bit of space in order for you to move about. But most of the time you don't even really need to move about that much, so they're perfectly doable for pretty much everyone. In terms of recommendations for like YouTube videos, you can just do a quick YouTube search and you'll find hundreds of workout videos for you to do. A couple of my favourites are Joe Wicks, the body coach. So if you search him on YouTube, he does a lot of HIIT focus workouts, so high intensity interval training. He does a lot of that, and they're very, very good for burning calories, sweat, and just generally strengthening your body. So he's a favourite of mine. I've been doing his PE lessons recently, which you would have seen in my other video. Then there's BodyfitByAmy, who does a lot of home workouts and weighted workouts as well. I use her kettlebell workouts quite a lot, so I like to use her as well. And then another really, really good one is Fitness Blender, and they have thousands of workouts on their YouTube channel. There's literally something for everyone. There's bodyweight workouts, no weight exercises, low impact workouts, kettlebell workouts, everything that you could think of is on their channel, so that's definitely worth a check out if you're looking to do some home workouts too. Whilst we're on the subject of doing home workouts, if you were previously in a gym, if you had a gym membership and you did a lot of gym classes, I know a lot of gyms and PTs and places like that are all doing online classes now, so it's worth checking out whether the local gym to you, the one that you go to, still has their classes online, or even local fitness trainers, PTs, things like that are all doing their stuff online now. So they have individual based and they also do group classes as well. I know a couple of fitness bloggers that are also PTs that are doing online sessions, and they're free for you to join and do it virtually with other people. Obviously it's encouraged that you sort of make a donation. A lot of them do the I think it's Buy Me a Coffee and things like that, where you can just make a small donation to say thanks for putting on the class. So there is definitely a lot of them out there as well, so it's worth checking them out and still supporting your local businesses, PTs, things like that. Leading on from home workouts is things like yoga and Pilates, which is more low impact. If you're not a runner and you just want something to keep you moving and something a bit lower impact, then yoga and Pilates is perfect. They also complement running. It's great for stretching out, it's great for just relaxing the body, and great for flexibility as well. Again, there are a plethora of YouTube videos out there for yoga and Pilates. In terms of recommendations that I've used, I use Yoga by Adrienne a lot. She's very, very good. And I've also used Blogilates as well. I'll leave any sort of YouTube channels and recommendations down in the description for people to check out. Blogilates does a lot of like fun Pilates videos, but have a search on YouTube, you'll find loads and loads of videos for you to do. Personally, I find yoga and Pilates a bit more relaxing, and like I said, they're lower impact, so they're perfect for anyone to really do. And I just find that it helps relax me a bit, especially in such a stressful like environment that we're in at the moment. And you don't really need any sort of equipment for that. Again, it's just all body weight and movements, flexibility, things like that. I do have a yoga mat to do mine on, but carpet would suffice, so you don't really need any equipment at all for that. Staying in line with home workouts, bodyweight workouts, things like that, is downloading an app that can give you a routine. So if you don't want to watch a YouTube video, you can have an app that sort of shows you the different routines and the exercises, and you just do it yourself. just a general fitness app search in your app store will bombard you with options to choose from. Popular ones are things like 7, which is like the 7-minute workout. You've got the Nike training app, Shreddy, which is Grace Beverley's fitness app, Sweat by Kayla Isteens, 6-pack in 30 days, things like that. There's loads of free apps for you to choose from online if you didn't want to do YouTube workouts. If all else fails and you don't want to do anything like that, there is just general dancing. Put on some tunes and just dance around your house. That can burn a lot of calories. There are lots of like dance routines and things like that. I know that Diane from Strictly, she's doing live like dance tutorials for people to learn, so they're great for just working up a sweat and learning some routines. But like I said, you don't even have to watch anything. You can literally just put on some music and just dance to your heart's content. You're in your own home, so no one will see you, and you can dance like nobody's watching. So yeah, that's another recommendation. Even things like cleaning, like tidying up your house, things like that can all burn calories as well, on top of gardening, maintaining your garden, doing digging and sweeping, things like that all burn calories. It's just the little things that can help keep you active and give you a break. If you are like me, working from home, you still need to make sure that you take regular breaks. There are items that you can use within your household. I mentioned the laundry detergent thing that you could do for kettlebell workouts. You can use cushions for like a balance board sort of thing. That is an idea. Beach towels for yoga mats, canned goods for weights, water bottles for weights, or just generally walking up and down your stairs. I mean, I get out of breath just running to the top of my stairs, which is probably not natural, but hey ho. But a lot of people are running up and down the stairs or doing stair workouts on this like first 2 steps of their stairs. Just things like that, and being inventive and creative and finding new ways to keep active. So I hope I've provided you with lots of different ways to keep healthy and active and fit during what is the lockdown at the moment. Hopefully things start to ease off, but if things start to get more restrictive, then you obviously have the options of being able to stay active and have some sort of routine within your home. So hopefully some of you found this helpful, and like I said, I'll leave the recommendations of YouTube channels that I use personally down below in the description. Let me know how your routines have changed. Were you a regular runner? Are you still running, or are you not running because you're prioritising things like walks with your family, walks with a dog? How are you substituting your running or exercise that you used to do before? Let me know in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, if you found it helpful, if you're going to use some of the suggestions. Leave any other suggestions of things that I might have missed out in the comments below for other people to check out if they want some other options. And make sure that you are subscribed to my channel if you're not already. I know a lot of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, and it would be really great if you could. So the button is here or here, I can't remember which side it is as usual, but do make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. And other than that, I will see you next week because I put out a video every Sunday. Do stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll see you again next week.